What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck?
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to
Heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the show. Welcome on in, each and every one of you foot soldiers out there. Where are you foot soldiers at? Huh? Join the foot. Join the foot. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the show. Do you know that Join the Foot is like a parody on like Join the Hand, which I think was a Daredevil thing? And the Turtles are actually like, you know, they're supposed to be a spoof or a parody of like mutants and like Daredevil, things like that. Comic book stuff, right? Like that's where they came from. Join the Foot, Join the Hand. It's there's a lot of ties. Check it out. Get some history. Read into the Turtles a bit, where they came from. I've actually read some Turtles comics. They're very cool. At least the good ones are. Hello, everyone, and welcome into the show. This is Hunt the Week. It is your weekly Magic the Gathering podcast about the Arena Gauntlet League that we know, love, and play in. This is Hunt the Week. Week 1 of... What set is this? We're going to figure it out. We have to think real quick. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Of course it is. That's all we've been talking about for the last minute, you idiot. Ninja Turtles, week 1. It's great. Who am I? Well, I am your host with the most. Your Don John DeMarco. I'm your Goku or Go Home. The Pride of Mardu. Okay? 6-time top 8er, 2-time league winner, 1-time... Did some mutating. Had a good time with it. Enjoyed it. Having a good time with the Turtles. Well, with the League. I'm not really playing the set outside League. But with the League, having a good time so far. We got a lot to talk about. We got a big show. Let's just go ahead and cowabunga.
Cowabunga! I made a funny.
On the half shell, they're the heroes for. In this day and age, who could ask for more?
That's right, as I record, currently 5:32 on Thursday. This is your top 8. We only do 8. We're not doing 16, just top 8. Number 1, Chris, PR, Dark Dragons, Mitchell S, Spaghetti Mitch, Parker V, Major Maniac, Hannah B, it's me, all 5-0. 5-0 on the week, 5-0 to start the league. Congratulations to you 4. 2 of them are on the show this week. It's a great show. Jacob F, Serbite, Nathan W, Drum Maestro. You're on B, Personification. Adam P, a big scary bear. Zach M, Marillium. All 4-1. Congrats to our 4-1 players. How did I do? What's going on? I went 4-1. I'm doing good. I'm not in the top 8. I'm number 24 because numbers 5 through 29 are 4-1. So 24 people are 4-1, or 14 people. How's my math? 24 people, and I'm one of those 24. But I'm having a good time. I am liking it. I was really worried my first match. So we did the mutating. We mutated live on the show last week. It was fun. It was cool. Mutated the rest of my packs. I was happy with it. I played my first match, and I talked about it in my interview, but I run into Mother of Ruins in my first match and have a very disheartening start to the league where I'm like, what is this power level? What are these cards? Is this what I should be expecting to play against? Because I can't. My deck cannot. I lose that match, I get a pack, I open the last Ronin, great card. Now we're playing black. Guess what? We were green-white, now we're playing some black. And we win our next 4 matches. Deck's good. We're having a good time. We're 4-1. I'm liking it. I lost to some bullshit, but now I am the one who is bringing the bullshit. Because I'm wiping so many boards, oh my god. And then I'm getting last Ronin's bringing back Sally. Oh my god. But I'm liking it. I'm not playing a ton of Turtles outside of League. I got to pick it up. I got to get into it. I don't know. I did a few and it didn't really strike me as something I really was loving. But I'm loving the League. I love this mutating. I love the mutagen stuff. I think it's really cool. I'm glad that I was able to get past my first match and to enjoy the rest of the league, because I'm excited and I'm doing well. So we got to keep doing well. We get to play it out and have a good time. Are you mutating? Are you staying in set? What are you doing? I'm seeing a lot of good discussions over there about, do I mutate this? It could be one of these cards. Do I take the shot? This card's a 5, but it could be a 9, you know? A lot of choices. A lot of interesting choices. And of course we have a song from Kevin I, Knee 1993. So happy Kevin's back with the songs. We had one last week. We got one this week. Here it is. Thanks, Kevin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Some more sleepless long nights building up my sealed pool. All these wins from the league before, leave them staring, but I want some more. Oh, I'm drawing my card. Oh, multi-5 again. Careful plays, risky plays, now I can tell them apart. Tap my lands, cast my spells, set the plan right from the start. Early turns with hope in their hearts. One bad draw and it all falls apart. Oh, I'm drawing my card. Oh, multi-5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4 turns go by. Top deck lands and I'm still alive. 5, 6, 7, now the play swings the whole damn game my way. Late night rounds in the league once more. Deck list scattered across the floor. Every match just another test, trying to prove that deck's the best. Shuffling hands and the pressure grows. One more draw and the whole game goes. Oh, I'm drawing my card. Oh, multi-5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4 turns go by. Top deck lands and I'm still alive. 5, 6, 7, now the play swings the whole damn game my way. I'm drawing my card. Oh, multi-5 again. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I want some more. Sleepless long nights building sealed pool.
Again, Kevin rocks, man. Thank you so much, Kevin, for the music. And I got to thank our guests for coming on this week. We have a big show, a double guest booking. So please join me as we mutate.
The little ones were crawling into a strange glowing ooze from a broken canister nearby. But nothing could have prepared me for what happened next. One of them spoke.
Pizza! Pizza!
That's right. This week we are mutating with Chris PR and Hannah B. Chris posted on the server, "Hey, guess what? Me and my partner are both 5-0. Isn't that cool?" And I thought, I got to get them on the show. Not only are they doing well, but they're a couple. How adorable. And I will tell you, talking to them was so wonderful. We had a great talk. We got so many good questions from the league to ask these wonderful people. And I got to have a great conversation with them. People who I haven't really interacted with yet on the server. People who I am now excited to see on the server doing their thing. So please join me and listen to my conversation with both Chris and Hannah now. All right, everyone, join us this week as we talk to none other than two guests. We got Chris, Dark Dragons, and we got Hannah. It's me. Welcome to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, thanks for coming on. You have a bang start to Ninja Turtles League. Both 5-0, and Chris posted on the server, hey, guess what? This is my partner, and we're both 5-0. And it's like, what a great storyline. I got to get you guys on the show. How are you feeling? That must be amazing. You're both 5-0 at the start of this thing, and you're a couple? That's great.
Yeah, it is. I was very pleasantly surprised with my 5-0.
Hey, we take those.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, this is our second league. We started in the one before this, ECL. I did pretty well in the ECL league. Hannah did fine. She did like top 100. But yeah, Hannah played her games first, and she went 5-0 before I played any of my games, and we were both just like, really excited going into that because that's a better performance than she had in any week for the last league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get up with the 5-0 after. It's gonna be. Did you guys do anything to celebrate? That sounds like something you celebrate.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's not over yet. It's just the first week, so
I like it.
Not anything quite to celebrate yet. We were pretty busy, so lots of other stuff going on right now.
Hey,
eyes
on the prize.
If we get there, we'll definitely celebrate.
I mean, it's only 3 weeks, so it's a great start to a 3-weeker, right? Like that's the thing is, there's not a lot of time in this one if you make mistakes to come back, but you start strong. You get a little bit of breathing room. You keep that pace and momentum going. It's wonderful.
Yeah. I'm just a little bit stressed out about it myself because in the last league, at the end of week 4, I was the leader. I was in first. I had more wins than anybody else. And then in week 5, I went 0-5 and completely fumbled it by playing while I was tired and did not make top 16.
Oh, no.
So
it happens.
I'm nervous it could happen again.
That's the thing. It does happen. You have to watch out.
Yeah.
But again, now that you know that it can happen, now you know, I don't play tired. I don't do that. Or, I do remember because I always say, who's in the top 16 or whatever on the podcast. So I said your name a bunch. Then when you were coming on, I checked. I was like, man, he must have top 8 of that thing. And I was like, oh, he didn't top 16. I was like, oh no, something happened. Oh no. But you're back. You're starting strong in Ninja Turtles, but we got to take it back a little bit. I would love to know, and Chris, we'll start with you. When did you start playing Magic?
I started playing Magic in early high school in 2012, roughly. Yeah, my first set that I'm cognizant of playing Standard and Draft in stores was Return to Ravnica, and I think I started in Innistrad before that, casually.
Nice, good time to start.
Mm-hmm.
And Hannah, how about you?
I don't remember what year it was. Maybe 2017 or 2018.
Nice.
I met Chris at university, and he's the one that got our whole house into playing Magic.
Yeah, we lived in a 6-person student house, and I taught everybody how to play. We played Commander.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you remember what set was around when you were starting to play?
Guilds of Ravnica, I think, is the first one I played pre-release of, and I played on Arena when it released as the proper release, not the beta.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was Guilds of Ravnica.
Oh, you just missed our Guilds of Ravnica throwback league. We just had it.
Yeah, I saw that in the
It was cool.
channel. Yeah.
It was very nostalgic. It was very cool, actually.
Yeah.
They were fun sets to revisit.
They were fun sets. The first time I played them, I haven't really played them again, but I did a lot of drafting of Guilds of Ravnica, and I forget what Ravnica Allegiance.
I can never
I think.
remember. Yeah, Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica
Yeah.
Allegiance.
Yeah, return to
Yeah.
Ravnica.
Yeah, it's like I can never remember. It's like that weird block when they were still doing. Were they still doing blocks back then? I think they were.
Yeah,
Maybe.
there was
Yeah.
they did one for one of the 5 guilds, and then the second one was the other 5 guilds.
And
Yes.
then afterwards was War of the Spark with all the uncommon planeswalkers.
That
I
was our
remember that.
that was our league. You got cards from Ravnica, Guilds of Ravnica, and War of the Spark, guys. It was cool. But hey, you guys, that sounds like you're big drafters. Sounds like you play some Commander. Are you guys Commander players too?
Not really, to be honest. We have Commander decks and like have played a little bit throughout our lives and stuff. It was just kind of the most convenient way to play multiplayer.
Yes.
Lately we've been playing pretty much strictly limited, and limited's usually been my favorite way to play Magic. For a while I played like competitive, like semi-competitive modern, like in paper.
Ooh, what was your modern deck?
I started out with 8 rack and mono black discard basically, and was able to perform decently enough with that I built up a blue-white control deck over time.
Oh, cool. That's really. I used to play Grixis control back in the day. It was never good, but it was fun. It was a fun modern deck to have.
Yeah.
Nice.
Chris eventually ended up on Grixis Death Shadow.
Ooh. I like that. I like the sounds of that. I think that's what Grixis control really is these days, if that's still what's played. But I'm pretty out of the loop now on what's going on in modern. It changes so much now. Like,
yeah.
It used to be the non-rotating.
Lived in bigger cities, we played a lot more like modern and pioneer because there was people around to play with. Now we do a lot of playing on arena.
So
there was a big shift in COVID. So I used to drive around to competitive tournaments like across Ontario and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome!
The Comp-Rail tournaments with the crew, and we would drive to, different cities on the weekend and play Magic tournaments and stuff. And then COVID kind of killed all that, and then we never really got back into paper Magic that much, to be honest. So we haven't played a lot of Constructed since then.
I know that all too well. I rarely go out to play Magic these days, and usually if I do, it's kind of a thing. I mean, it's a big deal almost. I mostly am just playing on arena because it started with COVID. There really aren't GPs like there used to be.
No. Nope. Took a big blow.
But with the start of COVID, also spawned the Arena Gauntlet League that we know, love, and play in. Right now, we're in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is week 1. Hannah, I would love to know, what is helping you get this 5-0 start? What's going on over there?
I mean, I have a lot of incidental life gain, which kind of prevented people from being able to race effectively.
Yeah.
I mean, there is just a lot of incidental life gain in this set, I think, but all the food around and stuff. But I mean, that was a big part of my 5-0, I think.
Did you have, when you mutated your 2 packs, was that an easy decision for you, or was that something you like thought about and like studied a bit?
One of them was an easy decision. I mutated a pack with a rare and a color I wasn't playing, and it had some uncommons in the colors I thought I would be playing that weren't great. So I was like, okay, yeah, this pack is easy to mutate. And then I got a Hydra. I forget what it's called. It's the landfall, double the counters on it.
Oh, yeah.
So then I ended up playing green and switching my plan because that card can win games.
That's so funny. I did something similar where I like rolled my packs and then looked at my decks and I was like, I think I'm playing these cards now. Like all of a sudden I want to play that card I rolled into. That looks like a fun.
Yeah, I had 3 black-white gates and 2 red-white gates. So I was like, okay, this is easy Mardu. And I had 2 whatever the evolving wilds in the set was called.
Yeah.
And then but then I got some good green cards, so I switched what color I was playing. I don't actually remember my second pack I mutated. I know it was a harder decision, but I do not remember what it was.
I I think it was really interesting to pick the packs at first that you mutate because, like you said, you don't even really know what you're playing yet. You don't know what your deck is. We're not even sure how the mutate stuff works, right? Like we're figuring it
Yeah.
out. So it's really cool that that's the
I
first thing you have to do.
yeah, I built my deck before I mutated any packs and then tried to figure out what packs I could live without the easiest, but then it just kind of completely changed everything, and that approach I don't think was necessarily the best, but that's how I started it.
I feel like that's every league. I have some plan, and then like a week or two in, I'm like, that plan doesn't make any sense anymore. I need a new plan. Like that was never working.
I mean, it worked out. You went 5-0 in the
Yeah,
end, though.
it's true.
Like,
I mean, yeah, that is true.
What about you, Chris? What's helping you? 5-0 over there. You got
yeah,
some craziness?
I in terms of my actual deck that I ended up with, what I would say is it's almost like a different answer to the same question as what Hannah was talking about, the life gain, but I have, I would say, 3 really good non-creature permanents that get an insane amount of value and are hard to beat in the late game, which is
nice.
DOS Machines, Leader's Talent, and the Ooze.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of have to bank on drawing one of them and some of my other like value draws, and then I've been pretty good at turning the corner and winning the late game and outvaluing pretty much anybody. But it is a bit of a struggle to get there in some of my games. Like I'm pretty much behind on board until turn like 5 or 6 in most of the games I play, so I have to navigate the early game pretty carefully. But I feel like I have like just enough card selection this time and just enough fixing to get by that I can get to reliably cast these cards and then try to run away with them.
That sounds fun, but it also sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it's a little stressful. Yeah, I honestly think Hannah probably has the better pool than me. Yeah, and then I similarly did the same thing for mutating packs. I built my deck first, and I mean my pool had 5 Izzet uncommons in it or something like that, and 2 Izzet lands as my like only gates. And I was like, okay, so it's just obviously Izzet, and then I can figure out a splash color, so it was pretty easy. And then I feel like mutating your 2 starting packs is really interesting though, and definitely like how you can make a difference to the start of this league. I think that was a really interesting choice. I kind of like did process of elimination for what packs to mutate. There was like probably around 3 packs I identified that I just shouldn't ever mutate. One of them being my only escape tunnel, because I just think fixing is so incredibly valuable that I could not risk losing my Evolving Wilds.
Yeah.
Rares are rares. They're going to do good stuff if you draw them, regardless of what rare it is. Like, but fixing is like, if I end up with a card that's not fixing, it could really affect my land base a lot. So, like, I did process.
You don't want to get a command tower instead of an escape tunnel.
Yeah, that would be not ideal. And
or
then
one of
I
those
kind of
snow lands that were going around.
Yeah. And I was kind of like, okay, it looks like I built my deck out first, like roughly, and I was like, yeah, I see all of these like enchantments, and it seems like a consistent game plan. So I tried to avoid mutating those. Like I didn't want to mutate the Ooze. It's really good and it can go in literally any deck. And a lot of the non-creature spells mutate into a worse rare, honestly.
Yeah.
Like if you like look at what they can hit. And then I kind of like had like 3 packs left to choose from to mutate 2 of. I did find there was a rare I was really happy about. It was it's like a 5 mana. It's a blue-white. I think it was a hybrid card, and it flickers an artifact and creature on your
card's
hand step.
Gross. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Card's insane.
Yeah.
And I figured it was the best creature in my pool, and I figured I didn't want to mutate it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked at the actual mutate options for it, and most of the 5 cards it could mutate into were actually also insane. And I did mutate it.
What'd you get? Did you get Urion?
I got Yorion.
Yeah, that's what I would want. Looking at this right now, I'm like, yeah, I'd go Urion. Urion's
one of the other
fun.
options was Katara from Avatar.
Yeah, I saw someone open a Katara this week.
Yeah. So a pretty good mutate there, and Yorion ended up actually doing similar things in my games to the 2/4 that flickers things every turn. It's actually a really just similar card. So I was
Interesting.
very happy with that choice.
I need to pay more attention about these mutates.
Yeah.
Because I mutated mine not realizing that there was a sheet you could go to and see all the possibilities and stuff.
Yeah,
That's important.
my mentor from the previous league, Charles, linked me that sheet before I did my mutates, which I'm ever thankful for.
Super smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Both of us looked at what at least our rares, but also our uncommons, what they could mutate into before choosing which packs to mutate.
See, what I'm doing, and this is something Caleb talked about earlier on, is I'm just taking my packs and throwing them in the mutate
Yeah.
tab. Oh, just like 5 times.
Oh,
And
cool.
we-
Yeah, just to get like an on average, what does this look
Yeah,
like?
like, oh, go ahead. Oh, yeah, I take 2 of those packs. Oh, that pack's better. Maybe I got to rethink this. None of these really look good.
Yeah.
But Don and Leo, problem solvers. That's the flicker card.
Yes.
I think it's an exciting league. I like the mutate stuff. There's high hits to hit. Let's say I think there's a big discussion on mutating, and it's like, do you do it because inset stuff is going to be strong with the turtle stuff because that's what it's made to do, right?
Of course.
But
yeah,
you got your on out that my first match was against Mother of Ruins. It was a terrible game. I couldn't win at all.
Brutal. Yeah, there's some real high rolls out there.
That's the thing. The high rolls are high. They're very high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of my opponents had Sword of Fire and Ice.
I saw.
That's a hard card to play into.
Yeah, there is. I saw there's an Umezawa Chite out there. Someone's got an Arcbound Ravager. Yeah, someone's got a Chite. No. That's the thing. Bowmaster. I know some ways got a Bowmasters.
Yeah.
That's the
Chite is like the number one card that you just cannot beat that card once it's equipped to a creature. Like one connect and it's over.
You just gotta hope they don't. 60 card decks. Maybe they don't draw. Sure. Maybe they don't draw. Right? Like that's the.
Yep. That's always the hope.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, like Hannah beat the Sword of Fire and Ice because they didn't draw it one of their games and she blew it up in the other one, I think.
That's the one thing is there is a lot of like artifact and enchantment removal for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're going up against Mother of Runes and you have 3 pacifisms in your hand, it doesn't feel good. I'll tell you that. Especially when it's game 3 and you haven't seen it the other 2 games, and now you can't win.
That sounds painful. Yep.
It's okay. I won my next 4.
About that.
So I'm not as salty about it. But it was not the greatest start to my league. I was like, what is this nonsense?
There sure are some strong cards that you can mutate into.
Mm-hmm. I'm very happy with the choice to be forced to mutate 2 packs at the start. It was an overwhelming decision to make, but I was happy to have a little bit of like agency there. I am not looking forward to deciding if I want to mutate my comeback packs or not. Luckily, we haven't had that problem yet.
See, yeah, I agree. I lost once. I opened the last Ronin, and I was like, I don't need to mutate that. We're good. We just keep it and we move on.
I'm guessing I probably won't mutate most of my comeback packs personally, but
we'll see. That's the thing is you never know.
You never know.
And I'm looking forward to the second half of the league where you mutate the rest of your packs and get 2 new Turtles packs. I think that's going to be real fun.
I'm hoping I don't get there.
I get it. I mean, I hope I don't get there too, but I am excited to get there if I do.
Yeah.
All right, we have got 1,000 league questions for you guys. Are you ready for all these questions?
Sure, of course. We're prepped.
All right, good. Some of these, I guess, you won't have different answers for. So, maybe I can figure this out as I go. Chris, you can answer the first one from Raphael Prudent. When's your anniversary?
October 3rd, 2020. I don't know if the year
2019.
Oh, I was like, oh, Chris, you better get this.
Well, that's my anniversary was. Wouldn't that be your first anniversary?
Yeah, that would be.
Good save.
You are correct.
Good save, Chris. Technically not wrong. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Perfect kind of right.
Hey, congratulations. That's a great time of year. October. It's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah. So we've been together for like 6 years. It's a stable, long-term relationship.
Through many Magic sets, through play boosters, set boosters, and other boosters, collectors boosters too.
Yes.
Yes.
Hannah, Pierce Tarnell would love to know who's better at Magic, you or Chris?
Chris. Chris is better at Magic.
Do you agree, Chris?
Yeah, I guess so. It's a hard distinction to make. I mean, we're both pretty good at Magic, I think.
You're both 5-0, so you're both doing great.
Yeah, I've had a lot more. I've been playing for a lot longer than her.
Yeah.
And like we used to drive around to tournaments and stuff, and I would play the tournaments, and she would kind of hang out and play side events. And I think partly because of like practice, and partly because of some like medical reasons that I'm not going to get into that Hannah has going on. She doesn't have as much endurance for longer tournament days and games and stuff like that, and it's a little bit easier for her to lose focus and make mistakes. I think like on the ceiling, we're not particularly different in how good we are in Magic, but it just more about consistency. I think Hannah has a little bit more trouble with.
Whoever gets to top 16 first, you can say, "Hey, it's me. I read the badge."
For the record, we played one practice match before we played either of our pools. That was the only practice match either of us played, and I won the practice match.
Ooh, for the record.
So that's our evidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we won it, we played the one practice match, and I was surprised because I thought her pool was better than mine. And then she went on to 5-0, and I was like, well, does that mean I get to be 6-0? And I hadn't played any games yet. And then I actually surprisingly did also 5-0 and did actually kind of 6-0, which was not expected.
I mean, you drew the Ooze and Leader's Talent together in like 2 games, and those cards play nice together.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how that works? If you draw like your best cards and like together they do so good. But here's my 2-card combo that's winning me my games. 1 card, the tutor. The tutor that grabs a card.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the last Ronin to just wipe the board. That's all you have to do. And it works so well.
The easy 1-2 punch.
But you need that first card to find the second card. Otherwise, you just can't find it. Okay, this is one for both of you. We'll start with you, Chris. Let's say you had to sabotage the other. What's the price?
I'm not sure. I saw this question before. I'm not 100% sure I know what sabotage the other means. Like, what is the context of this?
In Magic, in life, in general. I'm guessing... I guess I don't know what the context... Alex O, you got to give us some context here. And what's the price? What does that mean? I don't even understand that part of it.
Yeah, like, it's really a vaguely worded question. Like, there isn't like a specific... How am I supposed to put a number when I don't know what's happening to her? Like,
Hannah, do you have an answer? Can you sabotage Chris for some price?
No. Like, I don't know what would the sabotage even be, like going on his computer and mutating one of his packs he didn't want to mutate or something.
I like this. Yes, indeed. That's exactly what we're talking about.
So what's the price then?
Yeah, how much would it cost for you to betray Chris's trust and possibly tank his 5-0 league?
I don't think I'm willing to do that. I don't want to like mess up life because I decided I wanted to mutate a pack for a 3-week league that is not my entire life.
Well,
I don't know that it. I mean, whatever price it would have to be enough that when I go to Chris afterwards, I say, "Oh yeah, I did it for this," and he'd be like, "Okay, that's reasonable."
Yeah, I got 5 collector's boxes of Lorwyn Eclipse for us. Oh yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say a rebate on some Japanese Modern Horizons boosters would be an acceptable price.
There we go. Mostly some kind of sealed product seems to be what we're dealing in, and I like it.
Yes. Yeah, no, that is a reasonable price, I guess. I would be willing to do that for an amount of sealed product.
Stephen H. Craith, what's your favorite part of TMNT League? And before you answer, please know Stephen designed TMNT League. He's reaching out. He wants to know.
Okay.
Or at least he's one of the main designers. And I think he came up with the bot and the mutating mechanic. Hannah, we'll start with you this time. What's been your favorite part so far of Ninja Turtles League?
I mean, I think it's mutating the packs. I like that decision that you have to make. Obviously, I have not had to make it for individual packs, but it added as Chris was saying earlier, a layer of like you get to make your decision. It's not just here are your 6 packs. It's like you have to plan and think about it, and I think that's a good addition, as we've only played the Lorwyn League, but I definitely enjoy mutating the packs more than I enjoyed assigning the packs.
I was going to ask you, yeah, compared to the last decisions you had to make of the pack splitting, you like this more?
I do. I think I don't know. I don't know why exactly, but I do.
This is more fun. I mean, it's kind of gambling. It's kind of the unknown, and it's just like we all like
Yeah.
opening packs. You're just opening another pack, kind of.
For Lorwyn, it was like once you've built your decks, I have elves in this pool and merfolk in this pool. The decisions weren't particularly difficult, I didn't find, at least once you got going.
Yes.
This, I feel like you get an on-color rare that is mediocre, and you're like, do I want to mutate this on the chance I could high roll for something else? Is it good just to have the consistency in my deck? Like, I think there's more, like, it's not as automatic as your pack 10. You're just, like, lastly, you're just put elves in your elves deck and whatever in the other deck.
Because your deck is like you're not sticking to the same thing, right? Like you said, you started out, you weren't even planning on playing green. You did a mutate. Hey, guess what? I'm rebuilding my deck. Now I'm in green instead of I'm in elves. What goes in the elves deck? These cards. Okay, cool. You're never trying to change the elves deck, like it's always the elves deck.
Yeah, you're adding consistency. Like by the end of Lorwyn League, you had a very consistent deck. But I mean, everybody's deck just got more consistent and stronger. I'm wondering what will happen when I get an okay rare in this set that could mutate into other things, or if I just keep it, I'm not sure what I'll do yet.
Well, we'll find out because it'll probably happen, and if not, it'll be cool to see what these rares re-roll into for the next part, if that happens, of course.
It will be. Yes.
And Chris, what's been your favorite part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle League so far?
Yeah, honestly, I don't have a ton to add from I think Hannah covered a good part of the similarness. Like I mean, to put it this way, it's only the first week. I haven't actually mutated any comeback packs yet. There's nothing really definitive to this league besides mutating the opening pack, so I don't know what else I'm supposed to say than mutating the
That's
opening
true.
packs.
You haven't had a chance to lose.
I did really like it. I mean, I think it rewarded some like research and investment, but it's like still gambling and still unknown, and it was really I think it was a skill-based decision choosing which of your 2 packs to mutate.
Mm-hmm.
I did mention before, I'm not super stoked about the mutate on the comeback packs being optional. I just think that like the plus EV play is usually going to be to just not mutate them.
Yeah.
Because they're stronger on average, and you're going to lose like bulk. And if I get another Evolving Wilds to come back, I just can't mutate it. Like stuff like that.
But Mother of Runes, Chris, and sort of Fire and Ice.
Yeah, I don't like being forced to feel like I have to try to gamble for that, though. I don't know. But I'm really happy with the mutate at the start, where it's like everybody has the same amount of mutation, and you get a decision of which to mutate. I think that's a really really good way to start it.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it's wrong to go with the 5% chance that you're going to get some crazy thing when like your thing is fine.
Yeah, I agree.
We have a great one from Georgie. Chris, we would love to know. You have to give each other a hall pass. Magic characters who have a printing as a planeswalker. Chris, how would you answer that question?
So I'm choosing for Hannah.
I guess so. You have to
Yeah.
give each other. Yeah, so you choose
Yes.
for her. She chooses
So
for you.
I have decided to choose Oko.
Oh, you're a nice person. I
haven't encountered questions like this much. I'm not sure what the standard type of answer is. I don't know that.
You could have said like Bolas and like send her down some.
Okay,
I don't know.
I got you.
And Hannah, who is your hall pass for Chris?
Liliana.
Wow.
Yeah, it would be Liliana.
That is the answer I expected.
I mean, it's a great answer.
She's like my favorite. She's my desktop background and she's on my play mat that I use and is like my favorite character and was the most expensive card in my first deck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she is a quintessential Magic character for me.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
All right, our next question is from Evan C. Peas of Crab. We'll start with you, Hannah. What are some of your other favorite couple hobbies besides Magic?
I mean, currently Magic consumes the large part of our life that we have time together.
Mm-hmm.
I work days and Chris works afternoons, so we have a little bit of a lack of time to see each other. But we watch anime sometimes and we play board games when there's other people around to play them.
Generally our other hobbies that we do together historically are just other tactical end card video / board games.
Yeah.
We play a lot of like co-op card games like Slay the Spire 2 as a co-op mode, but we play like Across the Obelisk, and we played board games, and usually like co-op oriented board games is the direction we go on. Usually we try to, or even video games, like co-op video games.
Can you give us a recommendation of a co-op board game?
Hogwarts. If you are okay with the Harry Potter IP, Hogwarts Battle or what was it called?
Battle for Hogwarts. Right?
Yeah.
I think.
I thought the word legacy was in there somewhere, but
legacy of the
I also enjoyed Mix versus Minions.
Ooh,
the Dark Souls board game has some issues, but I also really like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd give it a glowing recommendation, but it was fun.
I like Dark Souls. Dark Souls board game. You say that, I'm perking my ears up.
It's really like it takes a long time. It's like a big investment board game to play. It's not like a quick board game. You know what I mean? But you go through like a whole like dungeon set up with randomized tiles and stuff.
Hey, that's cool. I'm rolling around. I'm slashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of co-op board games that we like that we've played, I think. Betrayal at House on the Hill is one of the more popular ones, but it's always fun.
That's one of my favorites.
Not strictly as much as a co-op game in a way, but yeah.
That is true, but
it's definitely a fun game.
It has
is a co-op game.
Elements. Yeah.
I like it. That's a fun, spooky one. I like that game a lot. All right, our next question is from Jack H. Rackick. What card do you each think best represents yourself and each other? Hannah, we'll start with you. What card represents yourself?
I don't know what card represents myself, so I decided I was going to wait and see what Chris said about me.
Great.
Yeah, when both of us read this question, we did not see the yourself part, only other part.
That's okay. We can answer the other part. That's fine.
I had a lot of trouble with this question. I could not figure out my answer. So Chris, I know Chris's favorite card as playing Magic is Approach of the Second Sun.
Ooh, Chris, hello.
And his favorite color combination generally is blue-white. What?
Nothing. I was just you're talking a lot about my favorites when I know a future question is a list of favorites.
Oh, I missed that, but yeah, I don't know. Approach of the Second Sun is kind of Chris's Magic personality, I guess, is what I'll say. I don't know. It was a difficult question because a Magic card doesn't really encompass someone's personality. I don't know. It was a difficult question, but I'm going to go with Approach of the Second Sun.
I like it. It's a good card. It's a fun card. Chris.
It is.
What card represents Hannah?
I'm going to have to go with Hannah, Ship's Navigator.
Yeah. Checks out.
The low-hanging fruit.
I mean, there aren't many Chris's in Magic, are there?
I don't think so.
I can't think of a single Chris.
I don't think there is.
There is a Hannah.
I don't think so. There is.
There's not a lot of names that are just like a normal Magic card name.
No,
like
there's no John. There's no Mike. Oh, I guess there's Michelangelo now.
Now there is, but there wasn't before. But yeah, I have Hannah, and I have edited it to have the correct spelling, and I put it in Commander Decker too. That it definitely doesn't belong in, but I think it's funny.
See,
you know what? That's great.
It's a real choice.
It actually makes sense.
It's her card.
Yeah. I like that you edit it to put it in your text. That's really funny.
Also, it's even Navigator, and like when we drive to all the Magic tournaments and stuff, she's navigating and I'm driving. So like she is our navigator.
Oh, wow.
She is our relationships navigator.
True.
Okay.
And Chris, how can you compare yourself to Approach of the Second Sun in a way as good as you've compared her to this other card?
How can I'm not sure. I actually briefly considered Approach of the Second Sun for Hannah, but I think she picked it more for gameplay reasons and just that fits my play style of the way you actually cast it than anything to do with the like lore or name of the card, which is the direction that I went in.
That is definitely true. I thought about a lot of different cards, but Approach of the Second Sun is your Magic personality, so I went with that.
Yeah.
It's a great answer. Matthew H. almost would love to know, do they play 1v1 against each other in person, and who wins more? Chris, do you have the answer for this one?
In terms of playing Magic together in person, I know we said we played a practice match, and I did win that practice match before the TMT League. So I'd say on average, probably I win more when we play 1v1. However, we generally avoid it. Actually, we very rarely play against each other 1v1 in person. And when we do, it's usually because we got paired up in a tournament that we're both playing in, to be honest. Yeah. It's kind of like doesn't really align with our view of the game. Honestly, we just don't play casually a lot that much. And if we are, it's usually, I prefer to play Magic for some kind of stakes. And when we play like not for stakes against each other casually, I basically taught her how to play Magic, and we have a very similar fundamental view of the game and a lot of things. And it pretty much just immediately becomes flowchart Magic, and we both know each other's decks and know each other's cards and know what each other is going to do and everything means. And it's kind of just like barely talking shortcut Magic. There's not a lot of like creativity necessarily or anything, I would say. So other than maybe for like some testing reasons, but even then, I don't think we really get a lot of fun out of playing 1v1 Magic against each other. We prefer to kind of be on the same side of things.
Well, that's a wonderful segue into our next question, where you can test the knowledge of each other's Magic. Hannah, you kind of gave us a little bit of this earlier, so we'll start with you. Do you know Chris's favorite card, favorite set, and favorite guild they most identify with?
Somehow, I missed this question when I was reading over the questions.
That's
okay. Clarify for guild. Do we mean like specifically like Ravnica lore-wise guilds, or just like the two colors?
I think play style. color, whichever one you would probably prefer.
Chris's favorite card is Approach of the Second Sun.
Chris, answer if they're
His
right at the end. Well, yeah, let's.
His favorite set is Final Fantasy. And color pairing is Azorius or blue-white for 2 colors, and probably Esper or Grixis for 3 colors.
All right, Chris, what is your favorite card?
Approach of the Second Sun.
What is your favorite set?
Final Fantasy.
And what is your guild?
It's a little bit trickier. I wrote down before she said anything my stuff. I said Demir for my favorite guild, blue black, but I also put Esper / Grixis for my 3 colors.
That's 2 out of 3.
I think we're on the same wavelength that like Esper is my 3 color combination, but it's a little bit of a gray zone which permutation of the guild within Esper is my favorite, to be honest. So I think she pretty much got it.
No, I like it.
I mean, I think you play blue-white more, and I think it's just because it tends to be the more competitive deck than blue-black at most. Like,
the problem is
standard and modern and stuff.
Individually prefer blue cards and black cards, but blue-black decks aren't actually my favorite deck to play.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of like black is my favorite color, and Azorius is probably more my favorite actual archetype to play and preferred play style, but black is kind of like my favorite color in a void. So it's like a hard balance. Yeah.
Hey, she got Esper, she got Grixis.
Yeah.
But Chris, what is Hannah's favorite card?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh no, you're ruining
This is gonna be so much worse. She knows all of my stuff. I have no idea what her favorite stuff is.
What's her favorite set? Oh, yeah, we have to pick a card. You gotta guess.
I have I have a list of options, but I can't just throw out like 5 cards. That feels like cheating. I guess Dragon, just because it's her first commander. The other cards I was like considering maybe would be Electro Dominance. Is it or the Phoenix, whatever, the 3/2 Phoenix, or Restore Balance.
Phoenix.
Yeah, Arclight Phoenix. I would guess probably either Arclight Phoenix or Dragon.
And what is her favorite set?
I'm gonna guess Strixhaven.
Oh, that's a good answer. And what is her favorite? What is her guild?
God, I don't know. Sorry. I would say in terms of like what she likes to like play and stuff, probably Is It.
All right, Hannah, what is your favorite card?
Something with red in it, at least.
Like I said earlier, I missed this question, so I didn't actually think about what my answers to these questions were. But I'd probably say Electro Dominance for my favorite card.
I like it.
But I do also like the Dragon as well. It has a special place in my heart. And then, favorite set. I don't actually think I have a favorite set. I really enjoyed Strixhaven a lot, so that's a good answer. I also liked, I like Ravnica Allegiance better than Guilds of Ravnica. That's another set that might be my favorite. And recently I did really enjoy Edge of Eternities. And then color pairing, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, Chris said Is It. I mean, yeah, that would be my favorite 2 colors, I think. Teamer is my favorite grouping of colors, but Is It
I never
probably my favorite out of that.
It's great. I mean, for not going over it, you both did great. Come on.
I guess I did say Is It as the thing.
You said Is It.
Gruul,
you got Electro Dominance.
Still in red, and Gruul would make it Teamer. So yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Okay.
Hey, you got the anniversary right. That was probably the one you had. That was probably the most important one.
I was really
Chris
nervous about this matchup.
Better at remembering dates than I am, to be completely honest.
I'm terrible. Dates and birthdays, don't ask me. I don't know. Sorry to anybody whose birthday is in my life. My next question is from Buster S. Hugeker. Chris, have you played Two-Headed Giant, and how was it?
Yeah, so you may have inferred the answer to this over the course of the rest of this podcast. But we played a lot of Two-Headed Giant. Given that we don't like playing 1v1, and I've talked about us liking being on the same side of the table and
Yeah.
playing other co-op board games together. Yeah, we played a ton of Two-Headed Giant. It usually goes pretty well. Like, we have a lot of fun with it. We have okay win, like above 50% win rate, and we have a lot of fun with
That's
it.
great.
Yeah, we play a lot of Two-Headed Giant. It used to be one of our main things to get to any Two-Headed Giant like pre-release tournament we could. We do have one nearby that we keep not going to, but it's just because it's more logistically difficult and a longer drive. But yeah, we do seek out Two-Headed Giant where we can.
We also have been known to play Two-Headed Giant in random formats like Commander and Modern just for fun, because Two-Headed Giant is just a good format.
That's adorable.
Fun
I love
format,
that.
at least.
Funnily enough, the first format I got into was Two-Headed Giant. Because you used to be able to play it on Magic Online.
Yeah.
And I had a buddy, and we would just get on, and he would play a control deck, and I would play an aggro deck, and it was the weirdest pairing, but it worked and it was fun.
Yeah.
And man, Two-Headed Giant is so fun. And
It's
like,
so fun.
you guys play Battle Bond? Have you ever played that?
Yeah.
So fun.
I have not, but
Oh.
I
It's
know
the set,
cards.
right?
Yeah, it's the Two-Headed Giant set.
You've played it.
I have?
Yeah, you have.
Oh,
It's so good.
I do not remember.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah,
that
it was.
released.
It's a weird offshoot Two-Headed Giant draft format. That's like, it's so fun. And cool.
No, I know the cards and some of the mechanics from it, but I didn't remember actually playing it.
It was in 2018. I think you played like one or two drafts when it came out, when we got around to it. You just I don't think remember it so much, unless it was before your time in Magic. I don't think so. I think you played a little bit.
Okay, I believe you, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I wish they would print like more Battle Bond stuff. It was super fun.
Yeah, and Two-Headed Giant, that's a fun way to play. And it sounds like that's perfect for you guys.
Yeah, when we play Magic, like we always play Magic for fun because Magic's fun, but when we're playing for like no stakes, there's no score, there's no things like that, we like generally play Two-Headed Giant or Plains Chase or something not
I actually
something that adds another element to it.
Yeah,
I taught Hannah how to play. Like her first game of Magic ever, I believe, was in Plains Chase, not normal Magic.
Yes.
That's cool.
I actually, at some point in my life, from a not Magic related convention, I won the Plains Chase anthology, which has like all the Plains Chase cards and 4 pre-built decks.
Yeah.
And I used that set to teach a whole bunch of people how to play Magic just with the Plains Chase dice. Like, yeah, this is Magic.
Would you believe if I told you that we have had Plains Chase leagues? Not that use.
Oh, I'd believe it.
Like, not that we play Plains Chase, but it's like every week we roll the planar die and go to a different plane, and different things happen. Different packs are open.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Super cool. Our next question is from Nick A. Knee Star. No, KCA. Andrew Ka. Sorry, jumping ahead of myself a little. We got so many questions, guys. KCA would love to know, if one of you ever finds yourself on the edge of elimination, will you give your partner the first shot at the elimination? Hannah, would you give him a shot to knock you out?
Well, this happened last league, and I did offer to play him first that week, but no, we didn't play against each other, and I don't think we'll just avoid playing against each other. It's funner when
you both want to win. You don't want to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
My friend who got me into the league, we do not play. We have a strict rule. We will not play each other, no matter what. We played each other once on a feature match because like it just lined up and we had to. But yeah, you don't have to play each other.
I don't think me and Hannah have like a strict rule set in place for it, but we do have a soft rule to not play each other. I think because like we both want to win, and we can't both win if we play each other.
You can't both. You gotta play in the finals of the Mega Draft, and that's how it goes. And then it's then it's all on the line, you know. But until then,
if we believe we have even like a 51% win rate just on the average opponent, then we just shouldn't be playing each other, because then our win rates drop to 50% too.
That's true. You guys are
right?
smart.
Like it's
smart people.
Yeah, I'm very EV oriented for what to play Magic.
Our Our next question from Nick A. Star, and we've kind of answered a lot of this, I think. But Chris, did you get each other into Magic or already play before you met? I think you've kind of answered that for the most
Yeah,
part.
we kind of answered that already. I was playing Magic before I met Hannah, and yeah, I taught her how to play Magic with the Planes Chase anthology set in university, along with a few other of my friends. We weren't together yet at that time, and then they built some EDH decks after I got them. After we were tired of playing the same pre-con Planes Chase decks over and over again, and they built their own EDH decks, and that's how Hannah got into Magic. She won her first like 3 or 4 consecutive games of Magic ever played.
It was
Nice.
7, I believe.
7? Yeah, that sounds right.
And
and like maybe the first game, maybe not even then, but after that, like it wasn't like guardrails on. We were being nice to her. Like I wasn't going easy on her or anything. She just somehow happened to win with the pre-con deck like 7 games of multiplayer Magic in a row. It was an insane tear.
That's
The
a
Magic win rate was
that's a good
100%
intro
for a while.
Oh my gosh.
yeah. And then that was at our kitchen table, but then when I started going to tournaments, the first tournament I went to was Team Trios Modern, and it was
Oh my god.
quite an event. It was so different from what I was used to at home.
Yeah. That's like going into the deep end and then some. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Chris
Team
and
Trio
one of our other housemates wanted to enter and they needed a third person, and I was like, I know the rules to this game now. I'm gonna go play with them.
It was a good time.
What did you know what deck you played in Team Trios Modern?
Did me? I
Mhm.
played Turbo Fog.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe our very metagame modern Team Trios team was 8-Rack, Hollow One, and Turbo Fog.
Yep.
Sounds awesome.
I mean, it was a lot of fun, but it was very different from what I was used to.
Turbo Fog is also such a unique thing. Like, it's such a
Yeah.
weird thing to step into. Like, yeah, I've played a couple of Planes Chase Commander games. I'm playing modern Turbo Fog now. Like, oh my God.
And it was not a good deck. It was budget my budget homebrew Turbo Fog
Oh,
deck.
what did you do to Hannah? You gave her budget Turbo Fog? Come on. Our next question is from Luke M. Gravecrawler. Luke was on the show last week. He's super awesome. Congrats, Luke, for making your Mega Draft and going 2-1 in the Mega Draft for Lorwyn. He would love to know, and we'll start with you, Hannah. Who is your initial favorite Slay the Spire 2 character?
I was talking about this one a little bit before. I know maybe we weren't supposed to talk about answers, but I haven't played it and had enough free time to really figure out who my favorite character is. I have always liked the Defect has been my favorite character from Slay the Spire 1, but I think I also like the Regent. I mean, I don't know. I like the Regent. I like the new changes to Silent. Like, it's a lot the same, but yeah, I like New Silent. Maybe New Silent is my answer.
What about you, Chris?
I have like such a similar answer. Yeah, I've not played the game as much as I would like to because I've been really busy this week. Hopefully, I'll get some more time to play it in the next few weeks. And it's completely out of the pocket that he just randomly asked about Slay the Spire characters and assumed that we play it, and we do because like I'm sure the entire server plays it.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah,
Yeah, that's actually crazy. That's really funny to me. But yeah, so far in terms of early access specific like favorite characters right now, I'm gonna have to go with the Regent. It's not the I think it's the strongest or the weakest or anything in particular. It has a lot of new play patterns that I like discovering, whereas the old characters are kind of old news even with changes. So right now I'm having fun kind of figuring it out, and definitely not fully balanced character yet. The star stuff seems pretty strong, and the forge stuff seems pretty weak. So there's some polarizing things, but yeah, I kind of like the Regent and figuring out all the new strategies and seeing the new cards and stuff. And then similarly, also, yeah, I like the changes they made with Silent as well.
I haven't tried the second one yet. I gotta get into it. I love the first one though. I mean, it's amazing. And I mean, I still play Balatro like it's new.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Our next question is from Lata, and we got to say Lata is stepping down from the league committee, and she will be missed. She's been there a long time. She's the great detective, the birdie. She's wonderful. She's done a lot of great things for the league, and brought in a lot of cool stuff into it. So we're sad to see Lata step down, but we are excited to see her get some color in her name once again. Lata, and I think this is a super interesting question now that I've talked to you guys for an hour. Would you rather face off against each other in the league finals? No, actually, I understand this question. This will be an easy one. Or face off with each other against another duo in a team league finals. Chris.
I think you could probably guess the answer.
It's the duo. You guys would rather be a duo
the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys would rather both win than have one of you win. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, the answer to just would you like to play against each other in the league finals is absolutely not. Like, for me at least. I would definitely I would be super happy to play against another duo in a team league finals. Like, is that a thing? Has that happened before?
We've done duo. You're talking to a guy who won a duos league.
Oh,
Chris, I won.
That would be awesome.
Kamigawa Duos League.
I would be so excited to play a duos league. That would be super fun.
League committee, listen to that. Duos League. Please, look at this. There's a dynamic duo right here dying to get into Duos League. Yeah, they've done stuff like that before, and I'm sure they'll do it again. So, very exciting. Our last question from Vincent L. Tanathanos. Hannah, we're going to start with you. Incredibly gifted aliens come to Earth and threaten to wipe out the Earth if you don't each beat them in a different activity. You must choose the activity for the other person. They will train for a year straight. What do you pick for each other? Hannah.
I mean, I pick magic for Chris. I think he is quite good at magic and can beat a super talented alien, even if the alien has a year to... Actually, I don't know. Is it Chris has a year to practice or the alien?
They will train for a year straight. It just uses the word they. I assume the aliens are also training, but maybe not.
Oh, I assume they was carrying the word alien. I assume the alien will train for a year. But, like, doesn't infer that we couldn't also train for a year.
Oh, yeah, you're also training.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I pick magic. I think Chris can beat a super talented alien at magic.
I like it.
I do.
Chris, what would you pick for Hannah?
I went through like I like saw this question earlier and I went through some thought processes from like multiple different answers. I'll say some different answers. What the final conclusion is maybe, but my first instinct was immediately like I would not put my money on any specific like competency-based skill if they're training for a year, unfortunately. So my first initial answer was just a coin flip.
Okay.
To make it random chance and to relieve any pressure off of Hannah of the fate of humanity being on her shoulders of a specific skill.
That's fair.
And I was like, but there has to be a better answer than that. Like 50-50, like destroying the human race, it doesn't seem great. So I thought about it more and I decided like there's like maybe a monkey paw answer here of can I choose the activity to be protecting and preserving the human race?
Ooh, sure.
Because then it catches a catch-22 because like either Hannah wins and then she won and then we protected the human race, or she loses, which means they trained for a year of protecting the human race and are now going to protect the human race. And they have to do a better job at it than Hannah could have. So they have to do better than stopping an alien invasion. So there's no real way to lose. Even if Hannah loses, we still win because they only threatened to destroy us. And now they're better at stopping that than Hannah was.
I guess that works.
So that's like that's like the monkey paw answer that I came up with, that I would try to do something like that to both relieve the pressure off Hannah and potentially guarantee a victory.
Well, you better beat him at magic, man, because she can't lose.
Yeah.
This is
in the spirit of the question of the actual skill activity that she would have to beat them. If I had to come up with something, I would say putting up with my niece's shit.
You are a saint, Hannah, for putting up with what she does.
Yeah, she is
That-
great with my sister's kids and puts up with all kinds of shit that they put her through. So I would choose that. No amount of training can get you the amount of patience Hannah has with those kids.
I was very curious for your answer to this question, but I like all three of them. All three of them are very good answers.
Oh my gosh. Well, Chris,
Although I
Hannah.
would like to see an alien train for a year to deal with your nieces. Yeah, a year of training. I wouldn't do a year of training. I would take 1 year off and then go hang out with them for a while because as much as I do love them, they have way more energy than I have.
Well, I mean, I've got a niece, and I can tell you she does not stop. She's crazy. She's always flipping and doing gymnastics. So it doesn't stop.
Nope.
What a great answers. Chris, Hannah, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. You guys got asked a million questions, and you got through all of them. Thank you so much for having the patience to deal with that. And thanks for coming into the league. It's great to have you two as an addition. It's nice to talk to you and get to know you a bit, and it's good to see. I will say you guys are not the first power couple we've had in league.
Interesting.
But so yeah, I believe, and I'm gonna get some of this wrong because some of this is before even my time, and I've been doing this like 4 or 5 years now. Tia, who was the first woman to win a, God, I hope I'm right about this stuff, to win a league. She won 2. She won 1 while she was pregnant, I believe, and I believe her husband was in the league. I could be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure her husband was in the league and also may have won a league. Most recently, we have Emmett and Miranda. They live in Texas. They are a couple, and they've both won a league within the last 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Although I will say, I think right now they don't play as much. They're not a big fan of the Universe Beyond stuff, so they haven't been around very much. So you may be the only active couple, as far as I know, currently. And, I mean, undefeated 5-0 start. Wow. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am really enjoying this league, and I'm glad we found it. I like the I don't know, the extras, the mutating packs and switching pools. I enjoy it.
The features, don't call them gimmicks. They don't like it when you call it a gimmick. It's a feature.
Yeah, I called them extras. They're extra bonuses. They're good.
They're wonderful.
They are.
But hey, thanks you guys for coming on the show. Thank you for coming in. Like, and I wish you both well. I want to see both of you top 8 this thing. You've got a great start. I don't want to hear excuses. I want to see you both get top 8 and then talk about how great it is. Be wonderful.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
We will. Yeah, I now have a fear that
pressure's on.
Yeah, now I'm just gonna go 05, but maybe we'll see. Maybe some other league.
That's the thing. It happens to. There's up, there's downs. You know, for every 5-0 you get, there's an 05 coming at some point. You know.
Yep.
We got people in here that play on the Pro Tour. They 05 too. You know, like it happens.
Yeah. No, the only reason I'm nervous about it is because of the 5-0. Otherwise, I'd just be like, oh well, 05 sucks, but you know, you get 5 packs, your pool gets better.
That's true. Playing. At this point, you're behind everybody on power, so like, you know, but
yeah.
Here's the thing: you go 5-0, then 3-2, 3-2, you probably top 8. You know, like,
yeah, I guess
that's good math.
3-2 is reasonable.
3-2. If you 3-2 every week in a league, you generally will make the top 8, top 16, or whatever. Yeah. Like just a positive win rate. And you started 5-0, so just keep it positive. You can do it. All right, well.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm going to wish you
Thank
two
you
luck.
For having us.
I'm going to hope I don't run into you in the bot, because you both seem like great players. And I'm 4-1. I want to do well too. So let's just beat up on some of the other people, and then maybe we all get there. We all have a good time,
Sounds
right?
good. Join Shredder's Army together.
Sounds good.
All right. Good luck, Chris. Good luck, Hannah. And thanks again for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck to you as well.
Again, they were wonderful. I literally stopped talking to them 20 minutes ago. We talked for a long time. We had a lot of questions. But they were so cool and so fun to talk to. And more Canadians are added to the server each and every day, if you didn't know. It's true. Check it out. But again, they're wonderful people, and they're great Magic players, great additions to have here. So excited to have them and to talk to them. It was really a great time. I hope you're having a great time on the server, too. A lot of the side events are wrapping up. The Golden Side event is coming to a close. I said last week that the Abzan Roto was over. I think the rotos for Turtles will soon be done. So a lot of the side events have been wrapping up. Keep talking about how we've had a ton of side events. Right now, we could use some more. Let's get some more side events. Kevin Icon E1993 making all the music. Where's the casino side event for this week? I wanted my casino side events, Kevin. I want to be playing with some cards. And I'm not just talking Magic, baby. But yeah, the server's great. I'm enjoying the league. I hope you are too. It's a good time for Magic. And if you're not liking the Turtles, they got Cube coming back soon. There's all kinds of fun stuff going on in Magic. Be a part of it. Get involved. And have a great league. Are you mutating? I think you should be mutating. Unless you shouldn't be. All right, well, thanks for listening to the show this week. And thanks to my guest for coming on. Until then, I hope you get to keep a good 7. Because I want good cards. I want a good 7. I don't want to mulligan to 5. I feel bad. And I hope that Shuffler's in your favor. Because I only have one copy of The Last Ronin. But I also have one copy of Splinter's Technique, which can tutor The Last Ronin into my hand. So it's kind of like I got 2. But Shuffler only has to help me out half as much. And that's the way I like it. Because I don't trust that thing for a second. That thing's broken. Well, we'll see everybody here next week for more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles AGL. Until then, I guess this is Go Home.